Hi everyone, I hope that you all are doing great and you're in amazing energy to start your learning of the day. My name is Dakshita and I'm your social science educator on Study Room. So, in this video, we will learn this chapter called drainage. This is your chapter number 3 of geography. Now, what do you understand by drainage? First, let's understand the word and then segregate its topic. If not drainage, you must have heard the word drain. Drain. What do you understand by drain? Drain is basically called flow of water. Okay, any type of liquid flow or water flow, it's called drain. Okay, so sometimes there must have been water logging in your terrace. Your dad must have said, "Oh, we have to drain the water." Or there's an option in washing machine where you drain the water, means the water flows out of the machine. Okay, so this is the meaning of drain. Okay, flow of water in any particular direction or draining of water. All right, so now let's coming to what is drainage. Drainage is a flow of water through well connected channels. Okay, well connected or well defined channels. Now let's understand this more in a more detailed way through an example. For example, this is a water tank of your house. Okay, so all the water that has been used in your house is first collected here, right? And then it segregate. For example, there are two different pipes heading towards two different directions. Okay, maybe this pipe is going to your bathroom and this pipe is connecting to your kitchen. Okay, so now there is a flow of water which is reaching to a point through a um, well defined path, right? Well defined channel. So that is called drainage, right? Drainage is nothing but simply flow of water, flow of water with flow of water from well defined channels. All right, so this is drainage. Now in this chapter we'll understand the drainage system of India, means we'll understand drainage system. Drainage, where do we get water from? What is our source of water? Rivers, exactly. So we will understand the drainage system, the drainage of rivers of our country. Okay, right. So now let's understand this in more detailed way. The area drained by a single river system is called drainage. Okay, so likewise let's call this water tank, for example, let's call it Ganga River. Okay, just an example, guys. So this is a Ganga River, right? So the drainage is the system of Ganga from its origin to where it actually reaches its termination point. It's called drainage system. Okay, so now just we have to add the word river in it. Drainage is the area drained by single river system. Okay, single river system. Every river has its own system. We will study about Himalayas, Brahmaputra, Indus, all these rivers. So they have their own drainage system. Okay, and the area in which they, for example, the channel in which they passes through is called drainage basin, right? It is called drainage basin. Now adjoining these bases are separated by upland or a mountain. Okay, so obviously that is the source of, at first we will have a mountain, okay, which is the source of water, right? That will have the separate drainage basin. Okay, and then this, for example, this is the origin. Okay, and then from mountain or from upland it goes down. Okay, and segregate, make its tributaries, right? Make its different tributaries going to different places of our country. So it is called water divide. Okay, what is this water divide? This is the origin, okay, where the drainage system has started, and then from upland it separates it from its tributaries, and we call it water divide. Okay, so where the water starts dividing into tributaries, right? This was the all the water was coming in the same direction. Now the water starts dividing, so it's water divide simply. Okay, so this is the overall drainage system of how it works in terms of rivers in India. Okay, Now, let's sit and brainstorm a little about rivers of our country. Which river has the largest basin in India? What do you think? Which river has the largest basin in India? You all must have heard the name of this river. It is Ganga. Okay, so Ganga River has the largest basin as it covers mostly all over the India. Okay, it starts from north and reaches to central and then south. Okay, so Ganga has the largest basin in India. Now we will be studying about drainage system in India. Drainage system in India are divided into two major groups. These groups are first Himalayan groups. Okay, in these area it's Himalayan group and then Peninsular group. Peninsular group are mostly are in Western Ghats. Okay, so rivers of Peninsular group starts from Western Ghats and they merge into Bay of Bengal. We will understand that later, but just you have to for now understand there are two groups. First is Himalayan group in the north, okay, marked here, and second is the Peninsular Rivers, okay. Peninsular groups are mostly in Western Ghats, okay. So this is the overall drainage system of India, which is divided into two parts, Himalayan and Peninsular River. Now let's first discuss about Himalayan rivers. Now, here I have drawn few things to make you understand. First, Himalayan rivers. So, Himalayan rivers are very important. First, they are perennial, which means that the water flow of water is always there in all the 12 months due to heavy rainfall or due to melting of snow. Okay, so firstly, the major difference between Peninsular River and Himalayan River are that Himalayan River are perennial. Okay. Second, they have long path. Long path means they originating from high mountains, right? So they are originating from high mountains. So obviously they have a long journey to go to. Okay, so they have long path. Third, they have well-developed delta. Okay, so the well-developed delta means the wetland which is formed of all the sediments. In Himalayan region, they have well-developed delta means the changing of tributary are very often. Okay. Now, they perform intensive erosional activity. We'll study the activity by understanding its flow. Okay. So, for example, in this diagram, it starts from here. Okay. So, it's originate from here. The upper part, we call it the upper course. Okay. So, basically where the source of river is, where it is originating, we call it upper source. Okay. So in upper source, they do lots of erosional activity, intensive erosional activity. Erosional activity means with the flow of water, it takes lot of different kind of sediments with them. Okay, so sediments get the position of sediments gets changed. Okay, so it erode by the time. So it carry lot of silt and sand from upper course and then it moves down. Okay, so from here it has carried lot of silt and sand and now it is moving down. It comes to now middle course. Okay, so middle course have meanders, oxbow lakes and other depositional features. Okay, in their floodplain. Okay, so in middle course, in the middle part where we have segregated this, in the middle part there is oxbow lake and there is meanders, which are a sort of components that are a part of, they are basically their dispositional feature. Okay, so for example, a kind of silt that travel and make land more fertile and then it upgrade the level of land. So these kind of physical changes activity happen through these kind of things, through flow of silted sand being eroded from water, meanders or oxbow lake being there. So all these activity happens in middle course. Okay, and then in the lower course it forms delta, a well defined delta. Okay, so this is about Himalayan rivers. Okay, they are perennial, very important, long path, well developed and perform intensive in upper course where the source of river is. In upper course it perform intensive erosional activity in which it carry silt and sand with him. Okay, and then in middle course it have meander and oxbows lake and other dispositional features, and it have well developed delta. Okay, so this is major about Himalayan rivers. Now we'll move on to understand about peninsular rivers. Now peninsulars are little different than Himalayan rivers. Peninsular are mostly in Western Ghats. Okay, as you can see here, they are mostly in Western Ghats. In these Ghats, it originate in the Western Ghats and then it merge into Bay of Bengal. Okay, so this is a majorly peninsular river. Well, Himalayan rivers are perennial, but peninsular river are seasonal. They are seasonal because of the uncertainty of rainwater and uncertainty of source of water and rain in the western region. Okay, so peninsular rivers are mostly seasonal. Now, what is the reason of Peninsular River being seasonal? First, it depends upon rainwater. So, whenever there is, so all the big rivers in this area, they also, what is the reason of Peninsular River being seasonal? Okay, so this is Peninsular rivers are seasonal because their source of water depends upon rainfall. Okay, and which is very uncertain sometimes. Okay, so all the big rivers in Western Ghats, their source of water are rainfall. So this was about Peninsular River. I hope you understand the major difference between Peninsular River and Himalayan River. One major thing here is that Peninsular rivers are their course or their path is very comparatively it's less and they are shallow. Okay, means as compared to Himalayan River, they have more depth, but Peninsular rivers are comparatively shallow. Okay, so this was the major difference between Peninsular River and Himalayan River.